Logan Runnin, and I'm making this video for DAZZA the cameraman, David Gregg, in lovely New Zealand. A lot of things been said for a long time, yada yada yada. The western sky object, funny story. David Gregg was right. It is Venus. It is also extremely bright, but that's, a different issue. The only thing that's important is that it's Venus, people. Now, some of y'all, or a lot of y'all actually, have been telling me that you've seen something blinking and yada yada yada. I believe you. Here's the problem. I don't have a very good perspective from where I'm at. It's not like I can't see the sky, it's just I don't spend a lot of time outside. Here's what I really want to get to, and I think is most important. 00 Sky View is a information port, or whatever you want to call it. Another channel on YouTube, I guess, is all it really is. I believe this to be a team of people that was located in a certain location, that were doing independent studies, independent research, yada yada yada. No, it turns out that it's nothing but some jerk, probably in his basement, that steals bits and pieces from videos and parts them together, and then pulls a scenario out of his behind to be nice. And then here's what happened. I saw a vid that this guy had put out about the now seen in the western sky. I'm sure y'all all seen it. Very convincing, yada yada yada. So sure enough, the first day I didn't pick up my camera and run outside, but I did go outside and I did observe it and thought, that it was very unusual, because it is very bright in the sky when you can't see nothing else. Long story short, I borrowed some people's that lives around here cell phones, because I don't have one myself. I don't even have a camera. I borrow this one that I make these videos off of. I borrowed their cell phones and asked them if they could. Of course, nobody that I run into had a locating app for the skies. Their heads completely completely well stuck in their other place. But I asked them if it was okay, and I downloaded them myself. And I since I don't have a smartphone and I don't do apps and all that stuff, I had no idea that you have to set these apps to your location by GPS or global coordinates or what have you. So I downloaded it, and the thing came on. It started moving around when I moved the camera, and I figured that I had it. I downloaded it, and now I have the program. So I shined it around, and I didn't see Venus where it was supposed to be, but I had no idea that the thing was, taking an observation from somewhere, another point in the world. It doesn't remove the fact that, I did make several videos when I said, it ain't Venus, you stupid, blah, blah, blah. I did do it, but I was convinced that we had something there. I really was. And I tell you, if you go look at it now, it is unusually bright or whatever, but maybe this isn't something that we've ever noticed until the internet. I hear that a lot. Oh, we didn't notice that there was earthquakes every day until the internet. That's half truth, by the way. Maybe the information is flowing faster and more people are aware of more things, but that doesn't discount the fact that unusual things are happening. I mean, they just plain are. And what makes them even more unusual is that they're not being reported on mainstream media, Case in point, I live here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This is on videotape. This is even on YouTube somewhere. I haven't even looked it up because I live here locally and I know all about this. Some police responding to a call went out to a house and shot a retarded, or what you call it, a mentally handicapped person in a wheelchair. Shot him. And then when questioned why they shot this guy, the officer responded that he'd lunged at him with a knife. Well, that officer didn't know that there just happened to be a camera somewhere that recorded the whole thing. And he was a lying sack of crap. Who knows why he shot this poor kid in a wheelchair, but he sure did it. And he did it on videotape. And since he did it on videotape, the stinking chief over there had to fire him. He knew that if he didn't fire him on the spot, that, you know, everybody knew that something stunk to high heaven. But if this hadn't have been caught on videotape and put on YouTube, this cop would have got away with the freaking shooting, you know, like they always do. And I'm getting, never mind. I made this videotape for, like I said, David Gregg, and I want to point something out to you. David Gregg sent me, I know you're listening to me, Dave. You scared the freaking hell out of me when you told me exactly where I lived. This guy was able to tell me exactly where I lived from my videos, and that creeped me the hell out. All right? And I'm moving. Now, all y'all know I live in a hotel, and I move a lot. So I guess I won't be so sloppy in the future there, Dave. But I appreciate you pointing that out to me, that you were, you know, either you're a hell of a sleuth or something. I don't know. But there's no way I could pinpoint anybody that I've ever seen on the internet, even though they're showing street signs and stuff. You're a pretty quick dude, so I want to tell all y'all out there that you might pay a little bit more attention to DAZZA, all right? Just don't discount this guy just because he says something you don't want to hear, you know? And good luck to everybody. To me, it's just getting weirder and weirder. And it's a load off my shoulders that this Western sky object is, it's just one of our planets. That don't stop this icing thing, though. You people need to realize it's a matter of days before we all are able to see it, probably at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, this is the word I'm getting. Somewhere 5:30, something like that in the morning from my perspective here in Central America. Not Central Texas. You'll be able to see it out of the constellation Leo. And I don't know if that means anything to you folks. I've been following this ancient information for a very long time. And I mean, all these people say from the ancients that this thing comes out of Leo, comes around, flips around, and it may have something else with it, and then you're toast. But, so far it's just the story. But the problem to me is the weather change and the more frequent, more higher point earthquakes, the strangeness at the ocean. There is something really weird going on in the ocean. We all know it's true. And to me, these days, only a fool worse than me would eat something that came out of the ocean, knowing that it probably glows in the dark from Fukushima. And that's something, people ask me, well, if you hate TV so much, why do you watch it? I have to tell you, it's because I'm waiting to see them tell the truth about something like, the subject of Fukushima. And they're just not going to do it. Now, if they're hiding something like Fukushima, what else are they hiding? You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, cheers, Daz, and thumbs up. And Logan out. Hello, YouTube. This is Logan Runnin, and I'm making this video for DAZZA the cameraman, David Gregg, in lovely New Zealand. A lot of things been said for a long time, yada yada yada. The Western sky object, funny story. David Gregg was right. It is Venus. It is also extremely bright, but that's a different issue. The only thing that's important is that it's Venus, people. Now, some of y'all, or a lot of y'all actually, have been telling me that you've seen, something blinking and yada, yada, yada. I believe you. Here's the problem. I don't have a very good perspective from where I'm at. It's not like I can't see the sky, it's just I don't spend a lot of time outside. Here's what I really want to get to, and I think is most important. 00 sky view is a information port or whatever you want to call it.